Now let's take a moment to discuss the challenges of data applications over the wireless LAN. What do we need to be aware of? Now, we need to be aware of delay, but not nearly as much as we were in the video applications. Only significant delays in our round trip need to be taken into consideration. Also, our network propagation. Do we have adequate network coverage in order to get everything to where it needs to be? Our VLAN's correct. So there's some wireless LAN configuration that needs to be correct there in order to get it done. But we must make sure that we are separating data out, right? We don't want data to be commingling in our environment. There's two types of what we're going to discuss for application data. This is social media and cloud-based backup, the information that's moving. Social media will be like Facebook. Cloud-based backup will be like Carbonite, right? So when we talk about things like Facebook, we talk about delay, we talk about network propagation, we talk about IP fragmentation. So if our IPs are getting destroyed, our queuing delays, if we're not moving packets fast enough and packets our frames are delaying or queuing into a line, so to speak. Our TCP timeouts can be a problem. If we are losing packets and we have to retransmit because this is TCP, if we have to retransmit enough, that's a big deal in our wireless environment because remember, we're at half duplex. The more we're sending, the more we're denying other users the benefit of wireless, okay? So we really have to be aware of that. Application processing, so maybe the application itself is having issues. Like we said, delay and jitter are not a big deal. And even throughput has a limited effect. What we really want to be careful of is retransmission constantly between the AP and the client due to loss of packets. Like we said, TCP timeouts that require re-exchanging information. Those are problems because what we're really doing is when we are using the network in wireless, we are denying other people the chance to use the network. So it could have significant impacts, not just on the application we're using, but on other applications in the environment. So we have to be very careful there. Now, data transfer intensive applications such as Carbonite. So now we're down here. This is when we're moving large amounts of large amounts of data, usually backing it up to the cloud. Carbonite is a great example of that. This is TCP based. So packet loss is really is an issue because it means we have to retransmit. So if we're losing significant amounts of packets, we have to retransmit. And again, that takes up precious time on our wireless network. We should get it done right the first time so we're not denying service to everybody else while we're fixing our first issue. If we have problems with our TCP and we have to retransmit constantly, what's going to happen is this is going to take forever to do large file backups. So that's one of the things you need to watch out for. If you have those packets being lost, you're going to have to resend them over and over and over and over again. This means our cloud-based backup, which was once supposed to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, is now taking forever, and it would have probably been faster to use just a removable drive and walk it across to the other side of the building.